La la la, hey, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the show. It's the 10th annual Carefor chocolate competition. It's all happening at the Centurion Center on March the 8th, and you're bringing together 12 of the best chefs in the city, creating the most delicious desserts. And guess what? You get to try all 12 of them. You don't have to eat them right then and there, but you do get to bring the rest home. We are joined by one of the participants from Fratelli's Restaurants. We have Teo, who is the head chef. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here. And the general manager, Tanya Aramoni. Welcome, Tanya. Great to have you back on the show today. And Teo, we'll start with you because I wanted to talk a little bit about when it comes to making a dessert and you're competing against other chefs, what's the philosophy that you have going into a competition like this?
Just make something that's simple. People enjoyed it. And when you eat dessert, don't worry about the calorie count.
I love it.
Good
Yeah,
advice.
yeah, absolutely. And that's speaking to in the media, everybody's talking about the calorie counts right now and listing them and so forth. But everything in moderation. And if you go to something like this is what you should expect. And you mentioned simple, Teo. Do you think a lot of people try to do too much when it comes to creating food?
Exactly. Like I saw like a lot of competition do a lot of nice dishes and everything, but at the end, you have to do something that's easy. The kid can make it at home with moms and dad or whoever prepare the food for them at home. So like we have to come up with a recipe that's easy to do.
Right.
Right.
All right, well, let's get started on what you're creating here today.
Okay,
What have
so
you got?
I'm gonna do like a chocolate terrine, like the one that we won a few years ago. But this one is gonna be for next month's special for our restaurant.
Okay.
I'm gonna add some more nuts and Nutella because that's the one we keep kids nowadays. They love Nutella butter.
Yeah.
And then we have that. The first thing I'm gonna do is a white chocolate shell for the terrine.
Okay.
So in here I have like half cups of cream and white chocolate. I'm just melting slowly. So I'm just pour it in here.
Oh, you're just adding the cream slowly to start the
slowly,
melting process?
melting
Okay.
process. So I'm gonna just put this on the side.
Tanya, I think you've got a lot of exciting things all the time happening at Fratelli's. You've got the new location in Canada, and I think you're renovating one of your locations
The
as well?
Glebe location on Bank Street. It's
Excellent.
their original first one, and so they're going to do the same thing. The other two do the wood burning pizza oven,
nice.
updated just a little bit. You don't want to change it because it's the home, it's the base, and no one really likes change. I find that
Right.
people like the way it is, the old family photos and stuff. So a little bit of change in the kitchen, mostly not out front.
Right.
But the wood burning pizza oven will be a big
a
hit
great
there.
addition, for
Yes,
sure, yeah.
absolutely. Yes, and there's really none in that area, so that'd also be a big thing too.
Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
there a lot of secrecy with this competition? Does everyone know what everyone else is making? Is it?
No one really knows what other people
No.
make. Yeah,
Huh?
that's
Like-
why a lot of
like
times when
someone
they do
said.
the shows, they say like, don't do what you're doing in the competition.
That's
So
right.
That was one of my questions. Should we do that or shouldn't we? And they said for sure don't. So Tia's
Yeah, I
doing
think they
something-
want to
away
keep
all
a
your
little
secrets.
mystery
Exactly,
too for
Yeah.
viewers that are
Yeah.
buying tickets as well. But it's been nice because each and every chef that comes on has prepared a fabulous recipe. And this is an award-winning one. You guys won what? How many
In
years ago?
2008, we
Okay.
won the competition with our two chocolate terrine. So this is a little bit of a twist on it that Tio's going to do here, and that's going to be our next month's special.
Oh,
Which
nice.
is something that we do every month. We change the specials, and dessert is obviously one of them. And so this will be the next month.
And this is a good workout, Teo.
Yeah, this is one of the harder parts because the white chocolate is kind of harder than the black one.
Oh, really?
So if you don't do it right, it's gonna separate and break apart.
Right.
So I'm just gonna I whisk it into like a glossy and smooth with the texture.
Why is it harder? Is there less cocoa butter in it or
Because the
something?
white chocolate has more butter in there, so
Okay.
Okay.
and then it's easier to break if we don't do it right. And that's why I have to whisk this a lot with this. The other part is very easy. Now you see it become glossy and
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
nice. It's like a
yes.
condensate. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pour this down in a tray.
Okay.
So actually you can do this.
Sure.
This is a funny part.
Put us to work.
Is that going to be spread through the whole thing?
Yeah, like it depends. Like some of us, like we like to do like spread it out and we cut into like a molding or a little shell, something, and we pour the black chocolate at the end.
Right.
Okay.
So
So you just want us to spread this
Yeah,
out here?
you
Go
wanna
ahead,
spread-
Rebecca.
Want to put your
I
hand
don't
in
know.
Put you to work here.
I'm
you
looking
know?
at this and I'm thinking I would need like twice as much chocolate as this to fill this whole thing.
Well, maybe just spread it
But
out
maybe
to
that's
a
just
little
because my
bit. Who
knee-jerk
knows?
reaction is just to have a lot
Need more chocolate.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think that's just the go-to philosophy. Not
Taylor,
sure
what
how
are some of
thin you want it.
the signature dishes at Fratelli's that are, I mean, I know everything's popular.
Yeah, we have the one that people nowadays they like is some cake, like light cake. But I said like when people start eating cake, they have to remember there's eggs, there's flour. We try to come up with some recipe with gluten-free because
Right.
there's a lot of people they cannot eating flours. But it's hard to do like a gluten-free dessert and everything. So when it comes to dessert, just the key is like there is eggs, sugar, and flour. So we try to get some recipe that's really good. But so far the gluten-free thing is really hard for us to come up with.
Right.
So
What's
Starting
this?
to stick together.
I
lot
mean,
more.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
people that aren't gluten sensitive as well, and they still enjoy. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
most of us grew up on those traditional recipes that our
Oh, yeah.
Like we do,
grandparents
like,
made
some-
for us.
we
Is
do
this
like
is this too thin? Or are we
yeah,
good?
like I usually it's come up like
Look,
this
let's
at
do
home.
through the
I
magic
was
of
given-
television.
I
This
was
is like
given
we
no
already did.
parameters.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
But
look
we
at
have
that.
we have
Hey,
a
that's
different
big.
kind of molding.
Oh, you did it
so
right.
you did it right.
Okay, all right.
Stick together.
So usually I just spread it out like evenly.
Okay.
So and
I
then
think he's telling you didn't go even there.
Yeah,
It's okay.
well,
You know,
it's
this
okay.
is your first time
So-
He has no
spreading white
competition
chocolate.
for me in terms of his job. His job is very safe when I'm around.
And Tanya, great cause as well. And I know Fratelli's,
is,
you
yes.
give back to the community as much as you can, and
Yeah,
you've
we
been
do
a great
quite a
champion.
bit. And we enjoy doing them. We enjoy participating in a lot of these outdoor stuff. And we also do some in our restaurant as well.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of with charities.
so like after you spread like a layer like that, I just threw some nuts on top and let it set overnight.
Okay.
And then we just set up a mold or something
And you
like
just
that.
set it or do you refrigerate it?
Yeah, refrigerate it until
Okay.
it's set. So usually about like 2 or 3 hours.
So what kind of nuts are you using
I'm
here?
doing right now. I'm just using the pistachio, just
Okay.
some crushed pistachio. So like even this, kids already
Pistachios
like
make
this.
everything better.
Oh, yeah.
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 So, and I let it set overnight.
Okay. And should we bring the other one out? That
Yeah,
one has already been
that's
set.
gonna-
so I'm
that's
gonna
gonna
slide
be
this over
recessed
here.
overnight.
You just watch the show here for a second, Rebecca.
So this is this already set.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
So
Oh,
okay,
this is
so this is the next part is the dark chocolate.
Okay.
In here I have 1 pound dark chocolate, and the same thing. I'm gonna have a cup of cream.
You're just heating up the cream again
Yeah.
here.
And I have the Nutella butter.
Now, do you make your own Nutella butter?
No, the Nutella butter. That's the thing that we have to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the products
Otherwise
that
we can't call
But
it
it is so popular.
popular.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievably popular. You said kids. It's popular with adults. too.
I find like
It definitely is.
because like I remember my childhood. I love peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then now peanut butter is kind of like hard for kids. Like a lot of them cannot bring to school.
That's right.
So the parents start like do with the hazelnut, the Nutella, so they can bring to school, and then they don't have to be afraid with the peanut. So let's heat up this. This one, chocolate. I have
What have you got
Butter.
there? Oh, some
some
butter.
Low
Yeah,
cal.
This is the local.
the local.
Low cal butter.
Now, do you have to have the butter room temperature, or can you
It
take
doesn't matter because this cream gonna be
That's
heat
gonna
up,
melt
and
it
everything
down.
is gonna
Okay.
melt it down. Everything.
And how is this finally like plated or served? Is it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna set up a molding for this. This is how it come up.
Oh my goodness, I see it now.
After it's set up in the
Oh,
mold.
wait till you see this.
wow.
So I'm gonna cut it out after. So this is how we set up. Usually it depends. Like some at home, if you don't have a molding, they just use like any cups or anything. So we just set it up
Do you have something like that in
inside.
your kitchen,
I
Derek?
don't have one of these
No.
in my
So
kitchen.
I'm gonna move this over.
You need to slide this over a
Yeah.
little? Okay. So we're just running out of time here. After you get to this, as you're doing that, as you get to this point,
Yeah.
do you just slice it?
Yeah. Just
Into
slice
the-
it and then serve and everything. We just slide like maybe that much because depends how people like it.
Okay.
Some people can go like 2 or 3 slices, but some people can go that much.
And do you just serve it just as is, or do
And
you
you
put
serve
a
with some
finish?
fruit, like some coulis or raspberry coulis, something that, whatever you like.
And this will be on your menu in March.
On the
That'd be a very
menu in
pretty
March.
plate.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness,
Very
no
pretty.
kidding. Guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much
Okay,
for
thank
joining
you.
us
Thanks
today.
for
Really
having us.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll have to taste test this during the break so you don't
Oh, for
watch us
sure.
just drooling
Sure,
all over
yeah.
the place here. Oh my goodness, it
We
smells.
have chocolate after the break.
That's right, then you'll know
I know
why.
why.
Well, I'm getting a chocolate facial
You're right.
later on
It's
in
like
the
a
show with
chocolate
Pretty
theme today.
Handsome. It'll just mold right in and blend right in. Tickets still available, not many. It sells out each and every year, so be sure to get your tickets. You can visit carefor.ca for tickets or call them at 749-7557 extension 2180. Don't go away. More daytime coming up right after this.